First off, congratulations on the 2 wins this
you.
past weekend.
Thank you.
I know you told me, I think it was Sunday, you said it was the greatest moment of your life.
Yes.
Now, a couple days down, has it officially sunk in yet?
I mean, I still am a little... it's still really hard to believe that I scored that goal. That was the first goal that I've scored this season. And I think what was most surprising was in that moment, it wasn't actually supposed to be my shot. I was supposed to give it back to Gina. And she's, the senior, this amazing player. And I was like, oh, well, she's got it. And in the moment, when I looked back to pass the ball back to her, she was being covered. And I was like, okay, well, this is me. I have to step up here. And I think just the surprise that I was able to still follow through, even though I wasn't really prepared for it, got me pretty excited. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would say it's the best moment of my life anymore, but it definitely felt like that for a while.
How big was that win for you guys? It seemed like even before the Dartmouth game, you guys 0-4, searching for your first win. Yeah. Now, after this weekend, 2 wins in, I guess, dramatic fashion. How does it feel for that?
Well, I mean, I definitely feel like we're still building up a lot, and we still have a lot to work on and learn, but we have a really, really challenging schedule and playing some really amazing teams. So I think that it was a little bit of a gamble, with, coming up with it. We had ODU, Ohio State, a lot of really top teams. But I think what was most important about this weekend was, just remembering to really believe in ourselves that we are capable of winning, and we are a good team, because sometimes after a couple losses you can get stuck in that, mindset that, can we really do this? And you can't think like that, because then you won't be successful at all. So,
what has your coach done to sort of keep you guys motivated? Or I guess you yourself as a team, what have you guys done to sort of keep your spirits high?
Good question. Let's see. Well, I mean, it was definitely difficult after coming out of 4 losses, but I think just the biggest thing was still seeing individuals come to practice still and still have the same energy and same positivity as if we were winning those 4 games. So I think, and especially looking to the leaders of our team, and Gina and Alex and Jacqueline and a lot of our really big leaders, to really bring people up, and really, especially since we're such a young team, show people that, this isn't who we are. We're not a losing team, but this just happens to be the way it is now. And I think that really brought people in and ended up really working out for us this weekend. So hopefully coming up, we'll just keep going.
And then this weekend helped out with that a lot?
Yes. Oh, yes, it did. We actually last week had a team event where we went and rode with the crew team at AU, and I think that was really fun. I woke up at 3:20 a.m. to be there, and it was such a great team bonding experience that I think brought that little extra something that we were missing on our team, which was, I think, really trusting each other, and I think it just helped so much. And it's funny how something so simple like that can help, but I think that really did bring us together in a different way that practicing couldn't just do.
And that was before last weekend?
That was before last weekend, yeah. I forgot about that, but yeah, it was so much fun, and I am a terrible rower. I know that now. That is not where I'm meant to be. Luckily, my teammates were a lot better than I was. I also had 3 stitches in my finger, so it was a little hard to grip the paddle, but it did bring a lot of people together, and it taught us a lot. The girls were so great with us, teaching us how we need to constantly be listening to the coxswain telling us what to do, and constantly be trying to set the boat so people can row, and it was a really great exercise for us.
Now, for you this year, you mostly played forward your first 2 years, and now you've started to play a lot more midfield.
Yes.
Has that been a big transition at all, or?
Yeah, well, unfortunately and fortunately, our freshman, one of the freshman girls, Julie, went back to Belgium to play in the under 20 World Cup. So she left, and she's our midfield. So Steve was telling me, you know what, you got to step to the midfield and play there for a little bit, and it was a little scary, to be honest, but I also loved the opportunity, because it's all just being able to sort of give other people the glory, because I think I got 2 assists being in that position. It's kind of more fun than being a forward, because I get to see other people score off of my passes or do something really good off of that, and it was a really cool experience going from that. I'm glad I'm back to the forward line, thank goodness, because Julie's back and is doing a wonderful job. So I'm back to the forward line. I forgot how to play it for a little while, but I think after a couple days I'm remembering what my old position is like. But yeah, it's been interesting.
Like for the X's and O's, what is the major difference? Because it seems like it's just, further down the field, but I guess there's a lot more into it.
Oh, yes. The biggest thing I think for me was you're responsible for so much more being in the midfield, because you have to set up your forwards to be in the right positions on the press. And if you're not in the right position, then we're all doing an 80-yard sprint back, because one ball can split us all. And it was a lot of pressure to be like, if I'm not on this girl, she's going to get it, and I'm going to be running like to the D, trying to keep up with her. And but it was really fun, and I learned so much. I had to do a lot more defense than I'm used to, so there were a couple pretty bad fouls that I had in the beginning until I started to realize, okay, this is how you tackle. I remember now. But yeah, it was definitely a good experience, just because now I'm back to the other end of it, having to listen to the people behind me and trust that they know where I need to be, and having to listen to them. So it's pretty good.
So it helps with sort of the bonding you have. You're sort of the glue that keeps the team together. Yeah,
that's so true. It's if we don't listen to each other, if we're not talking, it's like you're one man out there alone, and it's really easy not to talk. It's really hard to actually say something, and that's been a really big focus for the past weeks and months in practice. So it's still something we're working on, but it's getting just monumentally better. And I have a lot more confidence in the people behind me telling me where to be, and I'm getting a lot better listening to them, which sometimes I get in my own tunnel and I'm just thinking that I know best, which is not true.